Adventure seekers, brace yourselves, as today, we're putting two off-road legends head-to-head, the 2025 Land Rover Defender and the 2025 Toyota 4Runner. On one side, we have the Defender, known for its iconic British styling, modern tech, and trail-conquering capability. On the other, the 4Runner, a tried-and-true favorite with rugged durability and a legacy of exploring uncharted terrain. Which SUV brings the ultimate balance of adventure, comfort, and performance to the table? Is it the Defender's innovation or the 4Runner's unmatched reliability? Let's dig deep into their design, off-road prowess, tech, and more to see which one truly dominates the wild. Stay tuned. This is a battle you don't want to miss. So, this is Parth, and you are watching MotorNation. Starting with a basic overview, this generation of Land Rover Defender SUV exists at the intersection of the form-follows-function ethos of the rugged original models and the luxury at nearly any cost, whilst retaining genuine off-road chops, agenda of the current Range Rover lineup. In short, not only is the Defender a natural in the rough, keeping pace with truckish rivals like the Jeep Wrangler and the Lexus GX, but its on-road manners and well-curated interior keep things civilized when you leave the trail behind. Offered in numerous trims, the 2025 lineup is joined by the new range-topping Octa model featuring a twin-turbo V8, an advanced suspension, and an even more luxurious interior. The quartet of available powertrains and three body styles enhance its versatility quotient. The two-door Defender 90 model is the purest of the bunch, while the 130's extended wheelbase and third-row seating make it the choice for people in gear hauling. Between them is the 110, which offers the 90's cool factor with the functional practicality of a four-door layout. Regardless of which Defender best suits your needs, you'll find that Rover has pulled off a successful reinvention of this off-road icon, blending modern conveniences into a classic, instantly recognizable profile. While Toyota's off-road and truck offerings are the freshest they've ever been following a busy 2 years of new products. And after a long wait, it's finally time for the 4Runner to receive the modernization treatment. As predicted, the 2025 4Runner shares its platform with a new Tacoma pickup truck and comes standard with the same turbocharged 4-cylinder powertrain that makes 278 horsepower. A hybrid model with 326 horsepower is also offered. Toyota has retained the customary roll-down rear window, and the new 4Runner's exterior design remains square-jawed, handsome, and rugged. The rest of the package has been thoroughly updated, too, and optional tech features include a 14.0-inch infotainment touchscreen, a head-up display, a 12.3-inch digital gauge display, and a wireless smartphone charging pad. A host of driver assistance features are also offered, and many of them are standard. Don't think that the 4Runner has gone soft, though. It comes with plenty of off-roading gear to help you tackle whatever the trail throws at you. Expect to see the new 4Runner in Toyota showrooms by the end of 2024. Moving on to what's new for 2025. This year sees the introduction of the new range-topping Defender Octa model. The name plays off the idea of a diamond, referencing the gem's typical 8-sided shape and the fact that it is the hardest naturally occurring substance on Earth. The Defender is equipped with a twin-turbo V8 and a versatile air spring suspension with hydraulically linked dampers. 6D dynamics in Rover vernacular. The company claims it to be the most capable Defender yet, all while retaining reassuring on-road dynamics and equipped with the type of luxurious furnishings typically associated with full-boat Range Rovers. On the other hand, after a long decade and a half, the 5th generation of the 4Runner ends, replaced by this new 6th-gen model. The model uses the new 2024 Tacoma pickup truck as its base and sports more modern features, but still retains a rugged exterior design. Talking about the engine, transmission, and performance, the standard Defender powertrain consists of a 296 horsepower, 2.0-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder engine mated to an 8-speed automatic transmission. Naturally, four-wheel drive and locking differentials are standard across the lineup. There's also an available 395 horsepower 3.0-liter inline-six, which utilizes an electric supercharger, a turbocharger, and a 48-volt hybrid system. If you deem additional speed necessary, the available 518 horsepower supercharged V8 is your ticket. The Defender 90 with the V8 hits 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds. Sitting atop powertrain mountain is the twin-turbo V8 earmarked for the forthcoming Defender Octa flagship. Though the specifics remain unconfirmed, we think it's likely that the Octa will feature the same 626 horsepower twin-turbocharged 4.4-liter V8 found in the revamped Range Rover Sport SV. Notably, the current Defender is built on a unibody platform rather than the OG's body-on-frame construction, and rides on a fully independent suspension in place of solid axles. Coil springs are standard, but an air suspension that enables adjustable ride height is available. The new Octa trim utilizes the maker's 6D Dynamics hydraulically linked damper setup that eliminates the need for traditional anti-roll bars. The Defender has 11.5 inches of ground clearance and the ability to ford through 35 inches of water, which exceeds both the Jeep Wrangler's maximum clearance and its weighting ability. The long wheelbase 130 outbound with a 395 horsepower inline-six powertrain ran to 60 miles per hour in 6.2 seconds. The Defender 90 with a 518 horsepower supercharged V8 vaulted to 60 miles per hour in just 4.4 seconds. We expect the forthcoming 2025 Defender Octa to be even quicker thanks to its more powerful twin-turbo V8. Though official power ratings are not yet available, Land Rover says it will be the most powerful Defender in the lineup. While all 4Runners come with a 278 horsepower turbocharged 2.4-liter four-cylinder and an 8-speed automatic transmission. A rear-wheel drive layout is standard, but a full-time four-wheel drive system is optional and comes with a 2-speed transfer case with high and low range. All manner of terrain-conquering equipment is offered, including optional disconnecting stabilizer bars, a locking rear differential, and an off-road cruise control system. The hybrid models are available with even more off-road goodies, including manually adjustable dampers. When we get a chance to test drive the new 4Runner, we'll update this story with driving impressions and instrumented test results. The maximum towing capacity for the 2025 Toyota 4Runner is 6,000 pounds, a robust figure compared to many of its competitors. Moving on to the interior, comfort, and cargo. The Defender's cabin walks the line between premium and utilitarian, with just enough design cues from the rest of the Land Rover lineup to make those familiar with the brand feel at home. Exposed rivets in the door panels add a rugged appearance, and a magnesium beam that runs the full width of the dashboard isn't entirely cosmetic, it's also structural. Under the infotainment display, a trapezoidal extension of the dashboard provides a place for buttons and switches for the climate control system and driving mode. The shift lever and ignition switch are also mounted on this center stack rather than the center console. In some models, the center console can be flipped back to create a jump seat between the driver and passenger, similar to a 3-across bench in some full-size pickup trucks. Cargo space behind the rear seat in 90 and 110 models is limited, but on par with rival off-roaders such as the Wrangler. The rear seats can be folded to open up a much larger cargo bay, but those seeking to haul people and gear may want to look at the larger Land Rover Discovery or invest in a rooftop cargo carrier. The longer 130 model offers additional cargo space with the third row stowed, but with it in use, there's not much room for gear. If you don't plan to use the third row, consider the 130 outbound instead, which scraps the rearmost seat entirely to prioritize cargo space. The Defender's dashboard sports a 10-inch touchscreen infotainment system that runs a new interface for Land Rover called Pivi Pro. A larger 11.4-inch display is optional. Compared to the rest of the Land Rover lineup's Touch Pro Duo interface, the Defender system relies on a single touchscreen instead of two, offers quicker response times, and can handle over-the-air software updates for future releases. Apple CarPlay and Android Auto are both standard, as is an in-dash navigation system, a 6-speaker stereo, and an onboard Wi-Fi hotspot. Both 10 and 14-speaker Meridian stereo systems are optional, and buyers of higher-end Defenders receive a digital gauge cluster and a head-up display. While, if the 4Runner's cabin looks familiar to you, that's because it shares much of its styling with the Tacoma pickup truck. The dashboard and infotainment setup are essentially identical. There are storage bins strategically placed throughout the interior, and all the controls look to be within easy reach for the driver. What the Tacoma doesn't have is the 4Runner's optional third-row seat. Although it'll be a squeeze for adult riders, that third row should come in handy for kids or an occasional tag-along passenger. Like before, the 4Runner can be turned into a pseudo-convertible by rolling down all 4 windows, dropping the power-operated rear window, and sliding open the optional sunroof. It's not as open-air as a Wrangler or a Ford Bronco with their roofs removed, but it's a close approximation that lets occupants enjoy nature while traversing trails. The infotainment and technology area is where the 2025 4Runner sees the biggest changes over the previous generation. While the 2024 model was primitive, the new one is relatively high-tech. An 8.0-inch infotainment display is standard and runs Toyota's latest software, which we have found both easy to use and quick to load. A larger 14.0-inch display is optional, as is a 12.3-inch digital gauge cluster. All models come with wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto connectivity, USB-C ports, and a digital key system that lets you lock, unlock, and start the 4Runner via a smartphone app. A wireless smartphone charging pad is optional. Talking about the safety and driver assistance features. Among the slew of available driver assistance technology, the Rover has several unique systems tailored for off-roading and towing, which includes standard automated emergency braking with pedestrian detection, standard lane departure warning with lane keeping assist, and available adaptive cruise control. Similar to this, Toyota equips every 4Runner with a suite of driver assistance features called TSS 3.0. This bundle of systems includes basics such as automated emergency braking and lane departure warning, as well as more advanced offerings such as adaptive cruise control with a lane centering feature and a system that can detect if the driver is non-responsive and bring the 4Runner to a stop if needed. And finally, coming on to the pricing. The price of the 2025 Land Rover Defender starts at $58,525 and goes up to $153,625 depending on the trim and options. We're intrigued by the new Octa trim, but as the new top-tier offering, its price will undoubtedly bleed into Range Rover territory, not to mention knocking on the door of several competing luxury SUV makes. We think the Defender is best experienced with less pomp. And although the two-door 90 has undeniable charm, the 110 ES hits the sweet spot between retro style, luxury, and raw capability. The SE trim's features include 19-inch aluminum wheels, automatic high-beam headlamps, 12-way power-adjustable front seats, and a digital gauge display. Plus, Land Rover offers an extensive list of options and add-ons, including several specially themed accessory packages, so it's easy to outfit even the base Defender models to taste. While the price of the 2025 Toyota 4Runner starts at $42,220 and goes up to $59,220 depending on the trim and options. The entry-level SR5 is the only version of the 4Runner that isn't a lot more expensive than its predecessor. When it comes to the non-hybrid model, it strikes us as the best value since it still benefits from many of the new generation's upgrades. Those who want to opt for four-wheel drive instead of two can do so for an extra $2,000. And that wraps up our face-off between the 2025 Land Rover Defender and the 2025 Toyota 4Runner. Two SUVs built for adventure, but with very different approaches. The Defender brings a mix of cutting-edge tech upscale comfort, and unstoppable off-road prowess, making it a favorite for modern explorers. On the other hand, the 4Runner stays true to its roots with rugged simplicity, legendary reliability, and trail-tested capability. Both are built to conquer the wild, but the real question is, what kind of adventure are you looking for? So, this is Parth signing off. Do let me know your thoughts and choice in the comments below. If you love the content, do give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe so you never miss any of our crazy content.